carry option with a relatively short-range comp who will not deal with that very well. Double global again. WE did not manage the double global from mid-jungle yesterday very well at all. It was Pantheon to Leah then. This time it's Pantheon. Okay, Shadow flashes away. Level. Early invade actually from the Xin Zhao gets a lot of value there. Xin Zhao's leaving though. Doesn't waste time. This is a really good gank from Monkey. Elk and On are going to have to burn some summoners here. Absolutely. Elk gets on. Flash for the battle dance. Grand entrance away. Flash on forward from Taeyun to secure the kill. Elk still got flash. Gets the route onto the Corki. So, really good. And now actually they can look to dive this because the reset times have been so awkward. Here we go. Repudiation. Damage comes on forward with the Cunning Strike. Flash on forward. Autos come on through. Shadow's going to die. Unfortunate. But hey, you got the kill and he executes! Shadow is doing the Shadow thing of saying, look, the early objective I don't care too much for. I'd rather get an individual advantage and then play through second, third objective. Then trying to play. Okay. Weaver's Wall. Flash out from Shadow. Shield of Durant. Torn onto Karis. Shield Bolt after. Gonna find the angle. In comes Knight with the hero's entrance. Will all keep Shadow alive. Monkey staying alive with that Crescent Guard. Elk tries to get some value. Equalizer. Huge value with the Crescent Guard. And despite the... Been chunked out a bit there, but not to any meaningful degree. Dragon started. BLG really want to play this. That choke point sucks for WE. If Elk can start getting some feathers down there, it's going to be rough. Taeyun has to go back and clear that wave. Can they just come back? Frost Bomb, Rocket. Vampire hooks to the wall. BLG pulling away. Where is Cube? Not here yet. Doesn't have the teleport. So join a bit later. Good Aegis Assault. Into the backline. Hero's entrance. Public execution. Karis is a dead Rock Weaver. Monkey tries to get on forward. The audacious charge is not enough. Wonderful combo. On flash engage. Into the public execution. Into the hero's entrance. And WE is in the blink of an eye. Lose 3. When's Herald spawning it up? Yeah, that's... yeah, well, Shield Vault into Dead Monkey. Crescent Guards to no avail. Comet Spear mid-fly. Red buff as well means there'll be some regen. Look at Taeyun, but a big one rocket plus an auto empowered by the Sheen. Does a fair amount of work. Knight. Grand Starfall. Hang on. Karis is in danger here. Taunted. Weavers will interrupt the potential shield bash angle. Might actually get the kill onto Shadow and does. That Weaver's Wall to extra like 2 turret shots for that. 1 for 1. And it's still going to be Karis losing the ult and the wall. Yeah, this one's tricky. Knight can also... Oh, On pulled out of the seismic thing for the seismic shove. He's dead. Oh, no, burn. Does it. Good pick off. Great ward there. It's still going to be the tier 2 falling, though. I'm going to try and get some wards down. Nice pick off. But tier 2 for a kill. And a dragon. Probably still okay for BLG. They'd like not to have lost on that. Weaver's Wall. Elk. Should be able to clear the wall from... Or the wave from over the wall. Does so. Turret low, though. Shadow. Threatening here. But worth noting, Glacial Augment on. Looking to... Engage. Monkey. Gonna eat. Feather pulls. Elk goes up. Karis eats a fair amount of damage from that Feather Storm. Shadow's also around. Still the ult down on Elk in trade for ult on Monkey and Karis. Probably worth. Ben's gonna get the mid turret for this as well. There's no way Rumble stops that. Oh, hang on. Collapse coming. Maybe they do have enough. I thought Ben might try and trade that with Shadow behind him, but no. Fight against it. long enough. Baron's a possibility too, I'm just saying. Morning, Captain. It's been a little slow, I agree, Rexel. Not seen a lot in the last few moments. Good shadow shot from Shadow. Monkey trying to buy some time. On, dies. Equalizer comes on down, means Elk's not getting all that much damage. Bin being zoned off. Needs to find a public execution angle at some point. Knight in the middle of everyone. Kill onto On, who just got melted. Glacial Augment issues. Weaver's Wall. Seismic shove on 2. Atakan now a possibility. Good ult from Elk. But it's not going to make sure he gets any kills. Does get one and flashes out. But that's Atakan for sure. Maybe that statistical analysis knew something I didn't. That's Atakan. That's Dragon. On got blasted. And Bin never got to use his ult. On hasn't got a smite, of course, because it's flash for flash. Actually, not a bad engage there. Oh, really good from Monkey. He's been popping off on this Xin Zhao. Elk gets melted by the flash on him from the Rumble. No clean feed. No, not like this. Guys, we're still here. The clean feed has decided it's going to stutter. Give it a second, guys. We're still here. Wait for the audio. Wait for the ricochet. Audio's back. And WE have managed to get 3 kills, and BLG are losing Baron. Another great fight from Monkey. Hopefully we'll get a replay there to see exactly what happened. They've got so many turrets to pick up as well. This is WE's first turret. Soul Point. Atakan. So BLG, I think, try to find a play. But, I mean, On with this build, it's just not tanky. He keeps getting blasted. Elk has no flash, no ult. Cube flashes on in. It's a good feather pull. Bin misses it again. Ah. Yeah, flashes in, still dies to the burn. Bin's generally been getting better and better games. This hasn't been one of them. And now with Baron, Ocean Soul Point, Atakan in the last, 3 minutes. BLG are on the ropes, to say the least. The gold lead's not that significant. Grand Starfall. Taeyun might just be in danger here now. Hero's entrance. There's just no follow-up. BLG don't have any damage. Quickness. This is pretty good. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. That's pretty good. They get 2, but it's not actually Cube or Monkey who's doing a lot of work. Can't kill Taeyun. Out of range of the Feather Storm. Bin's now in danger. Trying to heal. Double taunt. They kill off Monkey as well. The Feathers come 4 through. BLG right back at it. Everyone but Taeyun's dead. What could they get off it? Dragon's up in 5. Here we go. Grand Starfall into the backline. Trying to get onto Taeyun. And Karis just about survives with the flash. But the quickness comes out of the cube. Taeyun. Valkyrie over the wall. Ulk getting knocked up. Still got the feather pull. Trying to find some value as Ulk getting in the backline. They've killed off Cube. Ulk flashing away. Monkey trying to get value. Goes down. Karis still surviving. They do kill Taeyun. Shadow's going low. They get my chain lace crushes. Monkey going on in. Knocked up, knocked down. Shadow alive. It's going to step on forward, flashes over the seismic shove, and ensures the winds of war are blowing in BLG's favor. No way do they win after that horrible Atakan play. But they might just do it, you know. It's Dragon, it's another turret. And somehow, some way, they keep doing it. Wheel hard. I think Death Cap is probably more sensible personally, but hey. Knight can adjust his punch away. Death charge. Weaver's wall goes golden to immune a fair amount of stuff, but the seismic shuffle come on forwards. Gonna Hero's entrance out, interrupted from it, will die. And that's as Baron is spalling. Slow. Buy time for Knight. Get Elk to do some damage here as well. Baron's aggroed onto Monkey, so he eats up quite a lot of damage there. Shadow behind, TP in from Cube. Had to go clear out that wave and bot side. And they want to turn off. They do kind of. On gets to battle dance away. Monkey forced to crescent guard. It's looking a bit ugly. Taeyun stepping onto On, but what a honey fruit in front of him. Down to half HP. Bin can look to get into the back of the pit. Shadow also with the Grand Starfall and a flash. Very hard to deny. On, knocked up, not quite out. Grand Starfall in, into the pit. Shadow's now very deep. Public execution was missed again. Bin! Bin, no! Baron taken. We're still going to go for the play. On! Backline! Quickness dies for it, but it keeps Vampire in the play. WE can't retreat quite yet. Shadow now looking for an angle. Needs to be aware, remember, Monkey. No. Crescent guard jumping onto Cube. Gets the flame spitter off. Age Assault denies a lot of it. Taeyun Valkyring away. Age Assault onto Elk, who doesn't get to do all that much. The taunt on 2. Karis down. Taeyun low. Cube trying to get to value. Justice Punch. Sonya's Knight dead. And WE get away with 3. Baron secured. Maybe that's enough. It is Shadow Flame from Galio. The burst is real. Shadow can maybe look at someone here. Remember Taeyun, no cleanse, no flash. Has to be really with public execution on the Taeyun! Hero's entrance! Oh, God, WE! Oh, no, no, no. That one lands. And the bot lane is dead. Weaver's wall away from Karis. Can he try and get the inhibitor turret here? That has to be the angle. He needs to leave. Dragon is now BLG's. There it's 60 CS top. 70 mid. Hang on. Equalizer comes on down. Monkey's going to get the Crescent Guard. Seismic Shove comes on down. But the Age Assault buys time. Knight dies. Monkey survives. Elk had to flash forward to get it from the execution. Taeyun trying to jump away. Doesn't survive. A double for Elk, who's continuing a free fire to the fighter. They go. Vampire. Doesn't get much more than the GA. Can they Seismic Shove immediately? They do. Try to turn it around. Bin surviving. 3 for 2. Bloody hell. Monkey survived for so long there. Knight didn't get to go golden, but it is not going to save the inhibitor turret. And the first one of the game falls at 37 minutes to BLG. Down. Will eventually fall, of course. But we go back to live. Vampire is dead. Hero's entrance in. Equalizer down. Karis needs to be very careful in where they're walking. Has actually had some very good seismic shoves this game, has to be said. But it's pretty unacceptable at this point in the game to be down nearly a flame horizon. Yeah, he's down. Dark Seal sold by Knight. Probably going towards Death Cap here, I'd have to imagine. Inhibitor number 2 falls with Baron empowering it. 40 seconds until Soul for one of these teams. Ball a few too many ults for my tastes. On. Potentially gets in! Bin gets it! It's on to Taeyun! Valkyrie away. Hero's entrance on 2. Monkey buying time with the Crescent Guard. Taeyun low. Not quite down until the pop comes on through. They will bring down at least one of the backside and Bessa dies. But the rest of the team is dead meat. Monkey runs for the hills, but there's a teleport behind him. The Shin's out. Shadow Skull of Demacia will meet his end at the statue that was supposed to protect his chosen homeland. A Justice Punch, a ground pound, and Shadow can shield vault in. They're just buying time because in the base, BLG, 41 minutes deep, will win the game. It's cinema. It's confusion. It's messy. But it is Billy Gaming who stand atop the mound of corpses.